Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a cream-filled makeup look. It's like cream-filled donut or something. That's not what I meant. We're doing a makeup look today for summertime with all cream products. Now, the look for the skin and everything is very natural, but obviously what we've got going on the eyes is not so natural. I really got inspired today. I wanted this to be just an all red kind of look. It turned out a little bit more pink, and you'll see why in the video in a few minutes. But I still really like the look. I like kind of the undone skin with the bold eye. I feel like it's perfect for summertime. And this cream product all over my skin is just perfect for summer as well. They're some of my favorite cream products and some of my favorite ways to apply makeup. So hopefully you enjoy. Keep on watching if you want to see how I created this look. And thank you so much for being here. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed, and let's get into it. Alright, let's jump into this. I am so excited. Okay, let's just jump right in. I'm going to go into my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer right here, and I'm just going to conceal under the eyes mostly, and then just anywhere else that has a little bit of redness. So I mostly just focus on the centers of my face, because once the centers of your face look pretty good, no one really pays attention to like what's around here unless I have, you know, a standout blemish. Then I'll kind of take care of that. But mostly just the centers of my face are where I experience the most discoloration and where I want to look the most perfected. With a look like this, I feel like it's totally fine to let your natural skin kind of show through a little bit. If you want to conceal a little bit more, you totally can, or if you even want to use just your foundation, that's okay. But for me, especially going into summertime where it's a little bit warmer and I'm maybe going to be like sweating a little more, getting a little more oily, I definitely don't like to just cake on too much product. So that's why I like to just focus on a few of the areas on my face that have the most discoloration or the most like concerns. Just pouncing over with a sponge to pick up any product that got left behind, because I did apply a lot under the eyes. And you can see my skin doesn't look perfect, but it definitely looks a lot more even and a lot more flawless. Which is not completely flawless, which is what I'm going for. Now I'm going to cheat and just set right here underneath the eyes. If you wanted to use a more of a self-setting concealer, that would be a way to get away with using no powder, but I feel like just right here in these little creases, I really have to set my eyes. But I swear that was the only bit of powder we're going to be using. I'm going to take a cream contour from the Mascara Beauty collection, I guess. My little palette looks like this. I have some videos on the Mascara Beauty things, and I will put those down below. They're pretty popular, my most popular videos. And this looks extremely dark, but it's actually such a good shade once you blend it out for my fair skin. Oops, I just dug my hand into it. I'm pretty sure this shade is Ash, but I will link the name down below because I don't want to pull it out of the pan right now. With these, it's really important to use more of a dense brush. I really like this e.l.f. foundation blurring brush with these products because it's small enough to get into the pan, but it's still dense enough to really work the product around how I like. I sort of even pinch it a little bit so that I don't pick up any of the other colors, and then I really try to coat my brush. And then I sort of just stamp to start because it looks crazy at first. And then I gently buff. It does kind of drag a little bit with the skin, so you have to be a little bit careful and do it really softly. But look at that, nice soft contour, still looks natural, but it's giving me a lot of good color and shape to my skin. I really love this. I definitely feel like all cream products work differently, so I would say start out with less is more. If you're going in with a product for the first time, definitely starting with less is more so that you don't end up overdoing it at all, because you can always add more later. I just absolutely love the way that this looks. I'm gonna take some just under my jaw, focusing it right here under my chin. And just blending over this with my sponge. One more time. I love this product, especially along my cheekbones and my forehead. It just looks so natural. Yes, so good. If you haven't used these contour shades, you definitely should get on and find one that's good for you. I'm pretty sure this is Ash again. It's amazing. I do also really like this blush shade. I'll put this down below as well. I think it's Nude or something. It's also beautiful. Again, looks really dark but blends out super natural, just like this one. The highlight, that's what they call the highlight shade, is what goes like to conceal under your eyes. This is a little bit thick for me a lot of the times, to be honest. It does look really flawless, but when you look really close, I feel like it kind of can look a little bit cakey. But definitely the contour and the blush shades are fantastic. For my cream blush today, I'm going to use the Flower Beauty Blush Bombs. Mine is in the shade Pinched, and I absolutely love these. I just take about that much. I'm putting it on both my hands actually, and just kind of dabbing it between two of my fingers here. And then I'm going to work both sides of my face at the same time. If you don't want to do this, you don't have to. I just feel like it's the easiest way for me to get a similar application on both sides. Now that I've got a little bit of product laid down, I still have some left on my hands. For now, I'm just going to wipe that onto a little paper towel. And that way I can just work with what I already have on my cheeks and see where that gets me before adding too much product. These are the best. I really want to get more of these so bad. Blending it back up towards my temples, not up onto my temple area, but just right kind of underneath them. Blending back into my contour a little bit. And then I'll take these clean fingers just to kind of dab over the edges here. And I took that just a little bit low, as you can see. So I'm just going to take my brush that I use with my concealer, and I'm just sort of lightly feathering right here to make sure that there's not too much product. And for my highlighter, I'm going to use the ColourPop, I can never say this, ColourPop Super Shock Shadow, no, Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money. I love these. I have a whole video going up right now with my tips and tricks on highlighters, both cream and powder, what tools to use, order of application for your makeup. So if you want to see that, I'll link that down below so you can see it. This is one of the products that I used, and it's beautiful. So I just will take two fingers and gently start to apply this at the top of my cheekbones and wrapping around up into my brow. I love this. I think this looks the most natural ever. It just looks like my skin is so dewy. Definitely, if you haven't tried these and you're interested in trying a cream highlighter, this is a beautiful one. And if you're curious about my tips and tricks, again, a video will be down below. Quickly, I'm going to use my Covergirl Line and Define or something brow pencil to fill in my brows. This, I tried out for the first time in my full face of Nothing New. It was sort of an accident, because I thought I was getting something that I already had, but I ended up getting this. Anyway, I'll link that video down below if you want to see that whole debacle. But I used it a couple times. I've really been liking it, except for all of a sudden, when I try to take off the cap, the literal whole thing pops out. So I can't even get the, oh, there we go. So then I've got the cap over here, the part with the pencil in it right here, and then the holder thingy is empty. And the same thing happens on the spoolie side. So I don't know if this is just my package was a little bit messed up, but it is super annoying. I would highly suggest the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer over this because it's in pieces right now. Even though I do really like it and I really like the color and all of that, I just can't handle having my brow pencil in 50 different pieces. So I'm gonna fill it in with this little tiny thing right here. If anyone else has this and this has happened to them, let me know. But if you don't have this, just get the L'Oreal one instead because it's awesome and it doesn't have this problem. Trying to use this little tiny spoolie is super terrible. I feel like I'm getting carpal tunnel in my hands from holding these tiny little products and like pinching them so hard so I don't drop them. I don't really like my brows today, but to be honest, that's not really what this video is about. So I'm just gonna grab an actual spoolie brush on with a handle and just sort of try to comb these out a little bit. Brows are good enough for me. I just realized I probably should have used a brow pomade because that's a cream product to fill in my brows, but I was focusing more on the face. And now the eyes, we're gonna use a cream on the eyes today too. This is something I've never tried before, and I'm really excited about it and a little bit nervous. I really, for some reason, want to do sort of a soft red matte look on the eyes, just all one shade. So we're going to take this Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit liquid lipstick and use this on the eyes, and hopefully it works. If not, I don't know. We'll try to figure it out somehow. So I'm just going to swipe a little on the back of my hand here, and we're gonna work off of that. And I'm going to take this smaller Real Techniques base eyeshadow brush. I'm just gonna feather a little bit of this in, kind of evenly, hopefully. And then I'm gonna start it close to my lash line. I'm so excited. And once I have that off a little bit, I'm going to just sort of feather it up a little bit towards the crease. I'm gonna keep it pretty low though today, just for starters, and then we'll work up if we want to a little bit more in a minute. This is so cool. I really like this. It's not as red as I was wanting. It's kind of turning pink, but it's still really pretty. You sort of want to work quickly with this kind of product because this is a formula that dries down, so you don't want it to dry before you have time to blend it out. That would be a pain in the butt. Okay, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe off anything that's really excessive on my brush here so that I can just use that to make sure that the edges look seamless. I'm gonna try just using this really small pencil brush to do the bottom lash line because I don't want it to get too crazy. Now that I have that color down on both sides, I'm just going to take a little clean kind of smudger brush to really smudge that out. I just wanted to switch to a clean brush just so that we don't end up with too much color going too low down. And now that we have that a little bit more blended out, I'm just going to take a little bit of the concealer on the back of my hand here, and just getting a tiny bit at a time, I'm going to just kind of clean up this edge here. This is so fun. It's not red like I wanted, but it's still really cool. You sort of have to be careful when you're doing this with a cream shadow because it will get on your brush a little bit. So make sure you kind of wipe your brush off so that if you're trying to clean it up, you don't have any like pink eyeshadow on your brush smearing around your face, you know? Okay, so I just cleaned up the shadow a little bit and then layered on some mascara, which I think helped kind of pull everything together. Quickly, let's highlight the inner corner with that same Super Shock shadow from before. Just taking it on my pinky. And then for my lip, I'm going to use this Almay Lip Vibes lipstick in Go Wild, and that is it. I'm loving the sort of like undone skin, undone lip with this really bold eye. I feel like this is really fun for summer. And even if you don't want to go in and do something crazy dramatic on your eye like this, the tips for the skin and everything else still are going to be perfect for the summertime. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was really fun for me to film, super quick and easy to recreate at home. So let me know if you enjoyed, if you recreated this, and if you have any other tips for summertime makeup or cream products down below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!